parts of the country, spreading the transformational footprint over our affordable housing program. It is our intention to increase the availability of cheap and safe houses so as to plug the housing deficit, which currently stands at about 5 million units. The execution will combine efficient building and construction, consumption of local materials and locally manufactured accessories and fixtures, and the employment of hundreds of thousands of both skilled and unskilled workers. Just to put it in context, we managed to unravel this whole sector about real estate, which was for a very long time hostage to high-end development of housing units. In fact, of the 50,000 units that were built every year, you could hardly get 2% of it being affordable. We decided to intentionally and deliberately desegregate the housing sector, and the biggest component that always impeded the development of not just affordable housing, but housing in general, was the cost of land. In fact, it contributed maybe up to anywhere between 20 and 30% of the cost of a house. We have since, as a government, made land for construction of houses free. And I want to congratulate many counties that have made close to 4,000 acres of land in very prime land in many parts of our towns, towns across Kenya, worth anywhere between 20 and 30 billion Kenya shillings. That's the land that currently is available for housing that you don't have to pay for. We also sorted out one more problem. Everybody was building a designer house. And you know what designer means. So to be able to build houses on scale, it became necessary to standardize all the aggregates of what builds up to a house. Standardize doors, standardize windows, standardize all the components of a house. And today I can tell the private sector proudly that we have standardized all doors for all affordable housing units. We have standardized all windows, hinges, and all the other components. And in our plan of 200,000 houses, what that means is that we, the private sector, the cement manufacturers, the steel manufacturers, the people involved in producing housing products, you now have a clear path on what you can build your business towards. In our housing plan of 200,000 houses every year, our cement manufacturers, you now have 20 million bags of cement that we can consume, 10 million tons of steel, 2 million tons of nails, 1 million doors, standardized doors, so you can produce in scale because we will consume 3 million pieces of windows. So those listening to me can begin to formulate their business and go into production because we will consume these units. So, and the reason is that once we desegregate and we standardize, we can mass produce these products. Mass production reduces the cost of production and the availability of these units. And that is the whole essence behind what we are doing in our housing space. That, of course, has other attendant. One final thing we decided to resolve using the housing fund, and hopefully These REITs and all the other REITs that will come after this, and we have encouraged our pension schemes to come on board, is the offtake plan.